For a person who rarely ever leaves Wamunyoro, let alone Kenya, it's rather peculiar that Rigathi has decided to visit the United States of America for a period of 2 months. In fact, here he is confirming the destination and duration of his trip.
I'm going to America for 2 months.
Now, in this video, I want us to look into some of the reasons why Rigathi Gachagua has decided to go to America for 2 months. And with no further ado, let's get after it. Now, the first reason why Rigathi is going abroad is to release crucial information that he has gathered during his time in office. It could be dark business deals, or it could also be audio recordings of the president. Why do I say this? I say this because Rigathi already confirmed to the country that he has tapes of Ruto. And in case you missed it, here's the clip.
When he called me myself when we disagreed and said, I cannot work with you. I would like you to resign. And if you don't, I'll impeach you. And later on in the interview, I'll tell you why we disagreed. And he said, instead of you going home empty-handed, and since you assisted me, I would like you to go with your retirement package and I can get you some money to get you started off, like 1.5, 2 billion. I told him to go to hell. I'm not interested. I'm priceless. And that kind of money, I have. You know how much I funded your campaign. I am not a man to be given 2 billion shillings. You know what kind of money I am into. And therefore, I said, fine. He sent a very senior officer to come and see me. On Thursday, when the National Assembly resolved that I should be impeached by going to the Senate, that Friday morning, he sent a very senior officer to come and see me. And he gave me his terms. And against my ethics, because I don't record people, I recorded that conversation, giving me that offer from the president. I have that record, okay?
So the senior official was speaking for the president?
Yeah, he sent me the following day.
But the burden of proof lies with the accuser. See this.
No problem. The following day, he told the officer I should go and have a discussion with him. And I refused to go to State House. He suggested I go to his hotel, the Western Hotel. I refused. And we met somewhere along State House Road in one of the safe houses run by the National Intelligence Service. And between me, that officer, and myself, we had a discussion with the president. Again, I recorded that conversation for posterity. Because I know William Ruto, I put it on record. Again, he gave me that offer. I told him I'll think about it.
And so I have no doubt that Rigathi has numerous recordings of Ruto because the president is very reckless with his words. And I don't say this lightly. If you look at history, this is the same guy who was recorded saying that ilikuwa kidogo achape Uhuru Kenyatta kofi. The tape is there. How can you be deputy president? You're not even speaking in your vernacular. You're speaking in Swahili before a large group of people who have not been frisked for you to confirm if they have their phones or wires or anything. And you're there saying that ilikuwa kidogo uchape Uhuru Kenyatta kofi. That kind of recklessness and freeness in speech makes me believe that it's very true Rigathi Gachagua has incriminating audios of the president, which he now wants to release while he's abroad. Akiwa hapa akirelease atasumbuliwa na DCI, where did you get this, and so much. But when he's out there, yeye anaingia tu WhatsApp anafinya, imeenda kwa bloggers, anaingia wapi anafinya, inaenda kwa Standard. No one can follow up with him. So that is just one reason why I believe Rigathi could be leaving the country. Now the second reason why Gachagua is traveling to the United States could very well be because of fundraising. Because Gachagua is a smart guy. He knows that a majority of Kenyans who are actually doing well are not based in Kenya. Most of them are abroad. And that is the same demographic that can finance his campaign and give him the liquidity needed to drag Ruto out to deep waters where he won't survive. So don't be shocked if Gachagua comes back with 4 billion or so after a 2-month stint in America. I would even argue it's the same strategy Matiang'i was using. I don't believe even for 1 second that Matiang'i was going to the United States of America just to go sit at his desk serving out a 9 to 5. I've seen him doing several meetings with Kenyans. He even met with Samido after alikuwa declared persona non grata ametoroka inchi and he has abandoned his post. So he's been doing those meetings, raising money. He now feels he has enough money to come back to Kenya and give this government a run for its money. And so now he's all over the place. He was in a church service yesterday with Gathoni wa Mushomba. Today I wonder where he'll be, but I'm starting to see an uptick in Matiang'i's activities after his stint in America. Could Gachagua be using the same tactic? And if so, especially those who are in diaspora, just let us know in the comment section. Would you be willing to fund Rigathi Gachagua if he shows up to the United States of America or UK or any other country that you're in and he says, listen guys, we are doing a closed session fundraising, because it's a good way for us to check the metrics and see if at all there's something there for him. Now, the third reason why Gachagua could be going to the United States is because of holiday. From the time he was impeached, Gachagua has been in war mode till now. Sayote yako busy anafinya shingo ya Kenya Kwanza, na ni kama hiyo mguu imechoka. Kufinya hiyo shingo, na ni shingo ya mtu kichwa ngumu, it takes a lot of energy. So maybe he's going to detox, relax, raise some money, release some incriminating audios, watch the chaos from afar, akitulia, akirelax, and then after it's all said and done, anarudi inchi, anakuwa received pale na watu 1 million at JKIA as he now launches his official presidential bid. He has not told us he's running. Maybe that is when he'll do it. Because the best way for your presence to be felt is if your absence precedes your presence. And a noticeable absence, see absence here 2 nights or 2 days. 2 months is good enough. Now, of course, I can't rule out the narrative that some sadists are putting out there. There are people who are saying that Rigathi Gachagua is going to the United States of America to seek asylum because he's a criminal who organized the June 25th protests and yada yada yada, but I don't think that's true. There is no way you can organize goons to try and overthrow a government, to try and march to parliament and state house and so on, and the NIS don't have intel. That is impossible. They can always link back and track back to people who fund this kind of activities and put them behind bars accordingly, or proceed to take them to a court of law. They've done none of those, so all that is just stories. We usually see it in politics. Politicians will wake up and call somebody a thief, but they can never produce any evidence that this person has stolen anything. So it's all propaganda. It's a smear campaign. I don't buy it. The other reasons could be valid, but this one in particular of seeking asylum, not at all. Now, at the end of the day, guys, though, that's just my opinion. Do let me know your own comments in the comment section below. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua is traveling to the United States of America? What could be his motive? Just drop me your comments. I'll do my best to read them and to give you a response. And in the event you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula, hit the subscribe button. You're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.